For my project, I decided to do a class blog. I thought it would be a great way for us to end the day each day in class by kind of going back and reviewing what things we did during the day. So I did a little bit of research on using blogs, especially with younger children. And some of the sites that I came up with that had some interesting information was this site, which is kind of, since I haven't blogged before, I thought it would be a good idea just to kind of look over a site and kind of see what blogging was all about. So we'll just close up all this. So this is just talking about how to use blogging with elementary students. Get all the pop-ups to quit coming up here. So it just kind of, as I read through it, just kind of gave some background about what a blog exactly is and then how to get started with blogging with elementary school students. And then it also had a whole section about how to just make sure that you keep everything safe so that anything involving the children is safe from, any predators or any other viewers who might be harmful. Another example of some research that I did was I looked at class blogs as a better way to teach. So in this article, it just kind of shows that it's just kind of a creative way to show student work, which is kind of what I'm looking for. I just want to have a fun way where we can share work with parents and the kids can be involved, build community within our classroom. So it talked about different ways that you could use some of the other technologies and incorporate them into your blog. So I'm looking forward to trying some of those things when I get my blog up and rolling this year. I also looked at this one that says 5 reasons that first graders are great bloggers, and I thought this was really interesting because they are all of these things. They're so intrigued with learning. They have their sense of wonder and curiosity, so everything is exciting to them. They believe anything is possible. They think up weird stuff and crazy things, and most of all, they have stories and they certainly want to share them. So I thought that was really a fun thing to think about as we think about what kind of things we might put in our blog each day. I also just looked at then what are some of the rewards, what things are good about blogging with children. And so these are some of the things that I was hoping that I would accomplish in doing a blog, which is that sense of community within our class, but then also in the global sense. And then also everybody can be involved, and then it also gets parents involved, and parents can see on a daily basis then what their student is doing and can have those questions that question, what did you do today, can hopefully be settled by just going and looking at the blog, and then the parent can actually have some ways of formulating some more specific questions about what we did in class that day. And then specifically just using a class blog, this was just a kind of an infographic thing that I found that someone had put up for benefits of using a class blog, and so improving the literacy skills. There's an authentic audience, sense of community again, the global connections, the ICT skills, that homeschool partnership, and also that safety thing of teaching the appropriate behaviors of using the web or internet. So hopefully I will find that blogging is something that I really enjoy doing with my students. I'm very excited to get started with it. So I created just kind of the framework for our class blog. And since my class theme is frogs, I titled our blog Mrs. Murphy's Frogtastic First Graders. So I just kind of, like I said, set up the framework for our blog so that when we start blogging on the first day of school, we can start adding some posts for what we did on our first day. I also incorporated a Star Student page. So on this page, we have a program in our school called Star Students, where each month students are featured for using good skills or academic progress or achievement. So I figured that on this page I could highlight those star students and have their picture taken and maybe have them make a comment about what it means to be a star student or why they think they were selected to be a star student. I thought also that it'd be fun to do a birthday page so that when the students celebrate their birthdays in school, we can add a picture of them to our birthday page. We, as a class, one of the activities we do for birthdays is we make a class book. So I thought it'd be fun to take a photo of each child on their birthday with their class book that was made by their friends in the class and have their picture put on our blog. And then I also just made kind of an art gallery where we can showcase some of the projects and artwork and things like that that we do in class. I also thought, I know our art teacher in our building is doing an art blog as well, and so I thought I could add in a link in this art gallery to her blog so that parents could also go directly from our blog to her blog and maybe be more likely then to check that out if it's part of our classroom blog that they're looking at every day. Then a couple other just gadgety things that I added. I found this gadget that shows all the hits of people that would visit our site or our blog. And so I thought it'd be fun that they could see, on the world where people have visited our site from. And then I also just did a traffic feed so that we can kind of see, and it kind of will also give me an idea then of, how often parents are visiting our site. Then one other thing that I added here is, excuse me, as part of our morning meeting, I'm going to have the Laffy Taffy joke of the day. So each day a student will be assigned to be our joke reader, and they will read the joke that's on a little Laffy Taffy candy, and I thought I would videotape the student reading the joke each day and then post that video here and then have either a link or have the answer to the joke or the riddle underneath. And I thought that would be a fun thing for kids to be able to do and for parents to see when they visit our site. So that's kind of what I have started for our blog to get us going in September when we get started. So just kind of some bare bones, and hopefully as we get into it a little bit more, the students will come up with more ideas and we can start adding different things or adding more pages if there's other things that they'd like to showcase or share with their parents. My goal is too that I will model at the beginning of the year how we add the posts and what to do. And then I'm hoping that more towards like the middle of the year, I can start having some student posters who start, posting things onto our blog. And then hopefully by the end of the year, even maybe moving on to starting the kids using their own blog or setting up their own blog. So I did put a link here as well to kid blogs. It isn't working for some reason, but I thought maybe we could have kid blogs coming or start kid blogs and have them work on their own blog as they get a little bit better with their writing and are able to do that a little bit more. So I am looking forward to starting this project. So if you want, our link to our blog is right here. So check it out and see how we're doing with it as the year goes by.